What's going on, man? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm your beautiful, beloved host with Corrosive Toast. This is the Grim Lord. They call me Dark P. Beware the hoodie. First and foremost, let me say this. To all the people who watch my channel for my Warframe content, I have not forgotten about y'all. But this is a Black Ops 7 video. This is about Call of Duty. So, to all my Warframe folk, listen, man, I'm always in the lab. Even when you don't see me dropping videos, first of all, I'm not that guy that's going to try to drop a video every day, every other day. I got to drop at least once a week so people could come back and watch my channel. That's not me, bro. I try to be entertaining. I try to be informative to a degree and just have some decent content for people to watch. Hopefully it's something you can sit down, eat your food and watch and just say, man, this guy's entertaining. You know, I like his channel. That's it, bro. I'm not out here trying to steal people's subscribers. I'm not out here trying to be the end all be all or your one-stop shop for, you know, all things ... whatever the game is, whatever the subject matter is. I just wanted to come down from heaven and bless y'all, hopefully with another banger. But right now, let's talk about some Black Ops 7. And I'm not trying to die on any hill. I'm not trying to be the gospel about any particular subject matter or these games in particular. I'm just gonna say this. I play on Xbox Series X, so I already pay for Game Pass, so the game is paid for. That's the first thing. Do I feel like it's worth $70? Depends on what you're looking for. And I'm gonna try to be objective here. I do have my opinions about the game, but a lot of people have forgotten, yo. Your opinion about the game does not need to inspire this emotion that desires people to feel the same way you feel. I get it. You think the game sucks. I understand that. A lot of the campaign does not make sense. So to answer the question, is it worth $70 for the people who pay $70 for it and are disappointed? From my experience, I'll just start here. The campaign was not what I thought it was going to be. A lot of it was wacky. There was almost zero structure to the campaign. I was like, what the fuck am I playing? With that said, I will say this much. There were parts of it that were extremely fun. You know, some of the boss fights were a little wacky, but overall, just running around, getting things done, hitting certain checkpoints, you almost kind of forget that you really don't know what the fuck you're doing. And that's because of the intensity of the gun battles, all the mechanics, the new abilities. And I'll say this about the co-op thing, you can't pause the game and all this other shit that everybody seems to be complaining about. And I'm gonna get to a little bit of that later. And I don't have any gameplay in the background because everybody does that shit. Like, I want you to see my face just for this video anyway. But the whole you can't pause it, come back, save your progress and come back, like, and if you crash out, you got to start all over. I thought that was fucked up. And that happened to a lot of people. So, you know, you get my condolences, RIP. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, dude, the fact that, and it took me 2 or 3 missions into the campaign to realize this. I would be playing with a certain group of people. I'll be playing with like Taco, Phoenix, 21, and I'll be playing with DC Bart. And then the next 2-3 missions later, I'm in the game with Donald Trump, Aaron from Michigan, and, you know, California Stud. And I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, it's like, if I stay and I keep on going mission to mission, people are leaving, people are quitting, people are, you know, leaving the game, and then other people are joining mission to mission. So every time a mission ends, the lobby reloads. Like, you know, it's a co-op thing. It's like I guess it's like a linear co-op, you know, lobby intermission progression type deal, I guess, if that makes sense. So I was like, all right, whatever. And that, to me, I was like, that's a new idea, because I'm trying to be objective about the game. I'm not trying to just purposely come out here and shit on the game without even experiencing, because, you know, experiencing what they have to offer. It is Call of Duty. And it's a few other things I want to speak on. Just to end my thoughts about the campaign, which was pretty much a horribly structured, fresh coat of paint on just the grooming and culturing into Warzone. They use maps from multiplayer, and it was just basically, hey, it was just basically trying to reel people into Warzone. Even with the in-game thing at the end of the campaign, I was just like, hey, you know what? I see what it really is. I see what's going on, but there were points where I had a lot of fun in the campaign. The boss fights was wacky as shit. Some of them were cool, some of them weren't, but I get what they were trying to do. It didn't really pan out or pay off the way I thought it should have. The story was completely out of place. I didn't know what the fuck to think about that. The Menendez thing, the whole AI drop, and then Kagan just coming out in the first 60 seconds was like, hey, I'm the motherfucking bad guy. I was just like, all right, I guess I don't like this bitch. But so I didn't know what to do with that. But I thought it was funny as shit. I was dying laughing at the whole cradle gas thing. I was like, every fucking Black Ops game or like Call of Duty game is somebody out here hitting motherfuckers with nerve gas. What is it? What is it with nerve gas and like hallucinogenic gas? Is that, I guess it's widespread. You can hit a big area of effect. It's effective, I'm assuming. I've never doused a motherfucking region with nerve gas. So, hey man, I get, villains gotta have their tools, right? Anyway, let me get off the campaign real quick and go into the overall dissatisfaction with Call of Duty as it pertains to the last 5 or 6 years. Look, man, a little bit of brief history. I started playing Call of Duty in 2009. My partner brought Modern Warfare 2, the original. And a lot of you motherfuckers have never even heard of that game before, which is crazy. But times change. Things change. I'm going to get to that in a second. But I started playing Call of Duty back in 2009. I think the reason, and I've had moments where I was like, this shit is ass. This shit is pure ass. This shit smell like butt cream and pussy juice. It's funky, it's filthy, it's nasty. I don't fucking like it. I've done that to certain Call of Duty games. I've done that to other games. And then I'll come back and be like, I'm sorry for yelling. It's like you get in an argument with your mate, with your partner, and you like, you know what? Maybe I was a little over the top. I shouldn't have said that. I apologize. This is what I was upset about. I'm like that with Call of Duty, right? But what I want to say is I fell in love with the multiplayer aspect of Call of Duty. The 6v6, going crazy on all these well put together maps, the guns, the progression, the prestige, unlocking attachments, unlocking special perks, the perk system, the reward system, score streaks, kill streaks, and the camo grind. That's been around. There have been different renditions, different versions of it over the years. You got the Pick 10 and all of this, all these things that people argue about. Things get taken away, things get added into the game. I get it. Activision, Treyarch, Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer, whoever, they just don't know what the fuck they want to do. And things change every year from year to year. I get it. But it's always been that. It's always been score streaks, kill streaks, perks, camo grind, and domination, team deathmatch, free-for-all, all these different game modes. The core of what Call of Duty was when I started playing back in 2009, that stuff is still around in some form or fashion. And it's still pretty close. Those things are still pretty close to what they used to be. There have been a lot of changes, right? Okay, people don't like the casing of the game. The campaign has changed. The things that made you fall in love with it. You felt attached to the story. I get it, bro. It's not what it used to be, but that's like you telling, okay, I'm gonna tell you why Call of Duty is in the state that it's in. Because the developers, the artists, and all the writers that made those classic titles that you all fell in love with, the Black Ops 1s and the Black Ops 4s, and a lot of people say Black Ops 3, the MW2, the original, and Modern Warfare 3, and World at War, and all this other shit. Those people are gone. Those motherfuckers are gone. They're not there anymore. You can't tell new writers and new devs to do what these guys did and just slap a new coat of paint on it, use a nice futuristic engine, but just stick to what those guys did. You can't tell an artist that. Even if this shit sucks now, a lot of it does suck. I'm not saying it doesn't suck. I'm not saying you don't know what you're talking about. Just get better at the game. You know, we're so back now. I'm not saying none of that shit. There's plenty of things about the game that I don't like. I do think the guns look as great as I've ever seen them. The camo grind is back. That's all I really care about. And we got multiplayer. The whole SBMM thing, EOM, like, look, bro, I never really cared about matchmaking. And this is a perfect segue to go into that. As far as the matchmaking goes, man, and I'm all over the place. I'm coming off the dome with this shit, man. I freestyle. Get over it. Man, people kind of don't recognize what the fuck they're saying in its essence. For people to care about who they're playing against kind of tells me that you care a little too much about who you're playing against, if that makes any fucking sense. Like, if you're good at the game, and I'm talking to the people that give a fuck about kill-death ratio, I'm talking to the people that care about, you know, and I get it. I get it. Sometimes you just want to jump on and play the game and have fun. But bro, it is a competitive first-person shooter. The objective is to literally fucking kill the competition, to kill the other players in the game. How the fuck are you going to have a casual experience of murdering people? Of actively killing, shooting other players that don't want to be shot? I'm trying to figure out how the fuck you're supposed to get a casual version of that. Explain this to me, bro. I'm really stuck on that fucking question. Me and my buddies just want to go in and not play against sweats. Do you want the other player to stand there and just let you fucking kill them? Are you actively looking for people who don't know what the fuck they're doing? Is that what you're saying? Because anything outside of admitting that, I have no clue what the fuck you talking about. Like, I've never cared who I was playing against. And I also prefer to play against, I don't want to play against motherfuckers with aimbots, people who are hacking and just actively destroying the fabric of the fucking game. I don't care for those people. I don't want to play against those people. But the 2-3 KD players, the guys who can snipe really well with the sticks, they're really good on the controller. They know all the hiding spots. They just know the maps, and they're really great at the game. I want to play against those people on a consistent basis so I can get better at the motherfucking game. Like, what are we doing here, Charles? What the fuck is you talking about? Anyway, like, I get lost a lot of times when I listen to people complain about the game. And I also feel like we, the gamers, have ruined gaming ourselves. Activision has always been greedy. Like, if I was Activision, I would be greedy too. It's 2025. A dollar ain't a dollar no more. A dollar is more like a dime nowadays. Okay? Like, I would be in this shit to make money too. If I've been doing the same thing for 20 fucking years and I'm not a trillionaire, I would get a little greedy myself. I'm not saying they got the right to do what the fuck they're doing. I'm not saying SBMM should exist and they should protect players, because a lot of shit gets misconstrued. I know a lot of times somebody will say something and it'll go inside your little dumb brain and it'll go through and your brain will interpret it the way it wants to, and it'll come out the other ear as, get better at the game, you suck, we love the game, this is Call of Duty, learn it or go home, go play Splitgate, we're so back now. Like that, I know that happens, and it's so easy for your words to get fucking twisted up within the masses. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, you already know when you sign that end user license agreement and you click I acknowledge, I accept, I acknowledge, I accept. When you click on that shit, you're basically saying I'm willing to deal with whatever bullshit you decide to shovel down my throat, and all the fucking shenanigans, all the fugazery and the pooh-shiestery that you decide to send my way. That's what you're saying. And then you go to YouTube, and let's be real, bro. You motherfuckers don't have to play the game. All right? You ain't got to play the game. You can go pick another game and make content about the game that you love. But instead, you know controversy is going to get you those views. There are other people that feel the same way you feel about the game, and you got to get those views. You're doing it for your content. You're doing it for your channel. Stop being fake. If you don't like the fucking game, don't play the game. And I'm not saying that because I'm with the people who love the game. I don't love the game. I love playing first-person shooters, and it just so happens that Call of Duty has left memories and experiences in my mind that I'm able to reproduce no matter what version I play. There's a certain euphoria to playing Call of Duty that I experience. I don't know about everybody else, but like I can jump into a game of Black Ops 7, Black Ops 6, or whatever. The only Call of Duty I didn't play, not even once, was Vanguard. I've played every other Call of Duty from 2009, Modern Warfare 2, the original, up until now, except for Vanguard. And the only reason I didn't play World at War is because I had never heard of it before. Anyway, and I know somebody's going to be like, oh, bro, you missed it. I know I did. I'm going to go try to find it one day and play that shit. I'm running out of time, man, and it was a whole host of things, a bevy of, if y'all let me get in my Stephen A. Smith bag, there was a plethora of other shit that I wanted to get into. But I'm just going to cut it off right here and say this. Some things about the game I don't like. It's a lot of things about the game I love. And I can't do anything about that. You know? I don't 100% like the game. I don't 100% hate the game. But what I'm not going to do is sit up here and I will say this to anybody else. Bro, play the game, see for yourself. If you like it, play it. If you don't, play something else. And there's other shit out there for you to play and make content about. But you know you need them views. And I for one, I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I can't do that, you know? And we all guilty of that shit at times. But when it comes to my gaming experience, I'm just going to be straight up. I'm going to be real about it. I like a lot about the game. I came for the multiplayer, and the multiplayer is great. I'm sorry. All right, y'all be easy. Y'all be smooth. More Warframe content is on the way. Take care of yourselves and each other, and stop being ugly.